What's going on, guys? This is Dan from Krieger's Performance here. So we got the engine running good, and I'll tell you a little bit of the headaches that I've had, kind of give you what's going on right now. So with this video, I've kind of confirming that I've finished what I would call phase one of this build, which was getting the car running, getting it to move, dealing with everything that I consider the core issues with this car, which was the installation, setting up the torque head to run the engine, setting up all the evap, because like I said, I live in a county where that matters, and getting it running. So, got the engine running, got the water pump on, we got all of our accessory drives on and everything else, got our coils on, and I did end up getting the transmission fixed. I ended up just going and getting another pump, assembling that pump, throwing it inside the transmission. Excuse me. And throwing it back inside of the car. Now, one thing, I don't know why you would put an LT1 in a 2000 Camaro. I'm doing it because it ran, it's a good motor, and I want to drive my car. And I really want, I have a thing for LT1s. It's just me. I still have my 6.0 sitting over there, and it will find its way in here someday, just not today. I like my small blocks. That's just me. Anyways, car runs good. I will say that the issue that I've ran into is it seems like I have a slight miss at idle with no engine load and with it just idling. So what's happening is that the car stutters. Excuse me. It stutters like it has a miss. Not a dead miss, but like it has a miss. So I ended up just, as you can see here, everything here is new. Coils are new. The wires are new. The plugs are new. And I can sit there in HP tuners and kill every injector one by one, and I notice a difference every time I shut an injector off. So it's not like a dead cylinder. It just seems that it's just not running right for some reason. Lo and behold, HP Tuner Scanner had revealed that I have an oxygen sensor that is just laying down on me. I can see one going up and down, which is what you want. And then I can see another one just laying there. So that's going to mess with your short-term fuel trim. And your car gets its long-term fuel trim from the short-term fuel trim. So, yeah. I have a whole bank that's running weird and a bank that's running healthy. That would cause a balance issue, which it feels like it has. And hence the issue. I took the injectors out and I soaked them in seafoam for about an hour and a half, threw them back in. Seemed to really clean the injectors out. I had a nice little bit of gunk sitting at the bottom of the container that I used. And let me tell you guys, this is a review here. Do not use Most Plus, or let me go get it here. Bear with me. Do not use this fuel pump. Let me get into the light because I'm stupid. Do not use that fuel pump. This is bad. This is a nightmare. What's happening with that fuel pump is that the check valve has already failed. So every time you shut the car off, the pump loses its prime. You have to prime the key 3 times to start it up every time. And I don't have time for all that. It shouldn't be like that. It should just turn the key on, should have a little bit of pressure inside of it, especially if you just shut it off and you've only had it off for about 2 seconds. Just shut it off, and it should fire right back up. Especially on this. This is a bone stock LT1 with headers. So, what the hell? Anyways, that's what I got. So, right now, I guess what you would consider phase 2 would be getting this car road worthy. The rear end is 100%. I do got to add some fluid to it, but other than that, it's 100%. Sway bars in, everything's in. The front end, I already did this side here. You will see it or not, I doubt it. Put the cotter keys in. It's going to get new tie rod ends, because everything else on this front end is new, so why not? Catalytic converters. Yes, I have to run them. It is what it is. I'm already going to get enough shit because this car has Ohio says it's technically an older engine in a newer car. So, has to have cats. Have to get post-cat sensors. Luckily, my harness has post-cat sensors. I just don't have the sensors in yet. I have to sit there and cut the exhaust back off, or take the exhaust back off, because nothing is welded on yet. And go from there. Because right now it smells like fuel. Like bad. Very bad. I think the bank with the bad sensor is running really rich. I mean, it's bad. And then I have these good tires on these rims here. My back tires were shot on this car. They're just awful. So we're going to take these tires off of here, put them on this car, get them balanced, limp the car to National Tire and Battery, and turn around and get it aligned. And then we'll be all set to start driving it. I do have a pump leak in my transmission. It's leaking to the verge where I am kind of worried about it, but not a whole lot. But I have big girl right here, so she'll find her way inside of there. Or I'll just take the transmission out eventually and just go from there. I got some wiring I have to button up with this car. Damn it. I have to tape that back up or loom it back up. But I mean, the car runs. I've been taking the battery out of my Taurus, putting it inside of here just to start it. And since I have an alternator now, sweet. Since I have an alternator now, all I gotta do is just use it to start it, and that's it. Interior, I have the interior kind of somewhat apart, because what I'm doing is I am going to be running a 4th gen BCM inside this car. So here's my BCM here with my LED light. Let me come into the light again. I need to get some better light inside this garage. So I pulled it in instead of backing it in, because all my lights are right here. This is a 4th gen Camaro BCM. I have the resistor. I have the LED light. I was playing around with daytime running light module earlier. This car will have DRLs inside of my headlights here. I tried running them through the marker lights, but what's happening was I'm getting some kind of weird click, 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 click. I don't know. I like these more. And yeah, because running this isn't going to interfere with the turn signals. These will just stay on. And then when it gets dark, it'll turn the headlights and everything else on, and it'll be all gravy. In theory. I still have to do some experiments with the DRL module. mean, it turned the parking lights on. It turned everything on. For some stupid reason, it lost brake lights. And then I figured it out. I think I didn't have a plug plugged in all the way, but I don't know. Who knows? I'll figure it out. So anyways, guys, that's what I got. And stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, give it a like, go ahead and share. And I'll catch you on the next video.